Namaste. Okay. Yoga Sutra, Book 2, Sutra 35. Namaste. Pantipakashapha banad tetol heyang. Pantipakashapha banad tetol heyang. Number 2. Na hetto. Na het he. Pratipakashapha bana hetol heyang pitalkang yada siang siura prasava thalma no sutadang tatakrata maishvariyam yoginah siddhatisu chakam pavati tadyathang ahimsang pratishutvoyam tatasamnitau Vairatyagah Saiva pranuinam pavati. Saiva pranuinam pavati. Namaste. When they become for this one unsuitable for generation, then the power caused by this fact becomes indicative of the yogin's perfection. For example, as soon as he is grounded in abstinence from injury, his presence begets a suspension of enmity. It occurs on the part of all living creatures. Cool. Yoga Veda next. Thank you. Okay. Namaste. Mic check. Okay. Ushasah pulvang athan 야드비우 슐마헤 야드비우 슐마하드 비 자진예 아크샤람 바데 고허 프라탄 데바나 무파 누 프라푸샤는 마헷 프라푸샤는 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 까무 프라푸샤는 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 까무 프라푸샤는 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 프라탄 데바나 무팜 누 프라푸샤는 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 까무 모 슈 노 아트라 주후라는 땅 대방 말 볼베 아그네 삐따라흐 바다지냐흐 보라누요흐 사드마노흐 게뚜라는 딸마 보라누요흐 사드마노흐 게뚜라는 딸마 하드데바 게뚜라는 딸마 하드데바나 마수라트 바메까무 비메 보로트랑을 바타야는 디 까마흐 샤미아트 창을 디디에 볼비앙누이 사미드테 아그나 브로탄 아그나 브로타미드 탑 아그나 브로타미드 바메 바데만 사미드테 아그나 브로타미드 바데만 아그나 브로타미드 바데만 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 까무 사마노 랑장 비프로타흐 보로트랑 샤야수 브라유토 바나누 아니야 바트삼 파라티 구슈에티 마땅 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메 까무 aku suite pulva sebara aku suite pulva sepaparang aku suite pulva sepaparang aku suite pulva sepaparang anurut sadio janta su tarunui sebanentah 아난타이바티흐 수바테 아프라비땅 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메까무 샤유흐 파라스타 다타 누 드비마타 바는타나 시짜라티 드비마타 바는타나 시짜라티 바트사 에까흐 미트라시앙 땅 바루너시앙 브라타니 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메까무 드비마탄 호탄 비다테슈 사무라 러른 바그람 사무라 러는 바그람 짜라티 구슈에티 부트나흐 브라 라누여바초 파라는데 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메까무 슈라시에밤 유티아토 아는타마시암 파티치남 다드르셰 베시바마야트 아난탈마티시 짜라티 아난탈마티시 짜라티 뉴슈슈이탐 골마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메까무 니 베베티 발리토 두타 아스바난탈 마하멈슈 짜라티 아스바난탈 마하멈슈 아스바난탈 마하므슈 짜라티 아스바난탈 마하므슈 짜라티 로짜네나임 바쁨슈이 비포라다피 노비 자실투에 마하드 데바나 마수라트 바메까무 비슈누 고팡흐 파라맘팡 티팡타흐 프리양 Tamanyamurta Tatanaha Aganishitva Vishivan Puvanani Veda Mahadevana Masudat Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Nana Chakrante Yamiya Pipum Shri Tayoranyadrocate Gurushanamaniat Shyavi Cha Yadaru Shri Cha Sivasarao Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Matan Cha Yatra Tuhita Cha Tenu Sabaldukhe Tapayate Samichi Ratnasyate Sadasi Ananta Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Anyasyan Patasam Lihati Vimaya Kaya Puvan Nidate Tenuru Taha Ratnasyan San Payasa Binambatelu Payasa Binambatelu Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Padiyang Pasate Pururupa Papum Shul Tuvan Nasatel Diriyavim Dedihanwa Ratnasyan Sadhuma Bicharami Vidavana Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Pade Ivan Nihite Tasame Anantasatayoraniadu Guhyama Viraniat Anantasatayoraniadu Guhyama Viraniat Satri Jina Patyan San Vishuji Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Tenabo Tunayananta Mashubiha Tunayananta Mashishu Tunayanant Tenabo Tunayananta Mashishubiha Sabaldukha Shashayan Aparadugataha Naviyan Yuvatayo Pavanantil Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Yadanya Su Vurashapo Rurabiti So Anyasminiu Te Ni Tatati Rataha San Hi Kushopavan San Pagaha San Rajan Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Virasya Nu Savashivyam Janasaha Pra Nu Vojama Vidurasya Devaha Shoralha Yugataha Pancha Pahananti Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Devasata Vashitva Savitan Vishivaru Paha Puposha Prajaha Purutan Jajana Iman Jan Vishiva Puvana Nyasya Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Mahi Samairacha Jamamban Samairacha Jamamban Samiji Upete Asya Pasuna Siara Shirtwet Shiranambe Viro Binandamano Pasuni Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Iman Janaha Purtivim Vishivataya Upa Kushwati Hitamitro Na Rajan Puraha Sadaha Shamasado Na Viran Mahadevana Masurat Vamekama Dishishri Tvari Satan Oshati Rutapo Rayimta Inandra Purtivi Vipalti Sakayasate Vama Pajaha Siyama Mahadevana Masurateva Mekama. Namaste. At the first shining of the earliest mornings, in the cow's home was born the great eternal. Now shall the statutes of the gods be valid. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Let not the gods here injure us, O Agni, nor fathers of old time who know the region, nor the sign set between two ancient dwellings. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. My wishes fly abroad to many places. I glance back to the ancient sacrifices. Let us declare the truth when fire is kindled. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. King universal, born to sundry quarters, extended through the wood he lies on couches. One mother rests, another feeds the infant. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Lodged in old plants, he grows again in younger, swiftly within the newly born and tender. Though they are unpregnant, he makes them fruitful. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Now lying far away, child of two mothers, he wanders unrestrained, the single youngling. These are the laws of Varuna and Mitra. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Child of two mothers, priest, sole lord in synods, he still precedes while resting as foundation. They who speak sweetly bring him sweet addresses. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. As to a friendly warrior when he battles, each thing that comes anear is seen to meet him. The hymn commingles with the cow's oblation. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Deep within these the hoary envoy pierceth. Mighty he goeth to the realm of splendor, and looketh on us, clad in wondrous beauty. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Vishnu, the guardian, keeps the loftiest station, upholding dear, immortal dwelling places. Agni knows well all these created beings. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Ye, Aryan pair, have made yourselves twin beauties. One of the twain is dark, bright shines the other. And yet these two, the dark, the red, are sisters. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Where the two cows, the mother and the daughter, meet and give, suck, yielding their lordly nectar. I praise them at the seat of law eternal. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Loud hath she lowed, licking the other's youngling. On what world hath the milch cow laid her udder? This Illa streameth with the milk of odor. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Earth weareth beauties manifold. Uplifted, licking her calf of 18 months, she standeth. Well skilled, I seek the seat of law eternal. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Within a wondrous place the twain are treasured. The one is manifest, the other hidden. One common pathway leads in two directions. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Let the milch kine that have no calves storm downward, yielding rich nectar streaming, unexhausted. These who are ever new and fresh and youthful. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. What time the bull bellows in other regions, another herd receives the genial moisture. For he is Paga, king, the earth's protector. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Let us declare the hero's wealth in horses, O all ye folk. Of this the gods have knowledge. Of this the gods have knowledge. Sixfold they bear him, or by fives are harnessed. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Devashitul, the God, the omniform creator, begets and feeds mankind in various manner. His verily are all these living creatures. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. The two great meeting bowls hath he united. Each of the pair is laden with his treasure. The hero is renowned for gathering riches. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Yea, and on this our earth the all-sustainer dwells like a king with noble friends about him. In his protection heroes rest in safety. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Rich in their gifts for thee are herbs and waters, and earth brings all her wealth for thee, O Inandra. May we as friends of thine share goodly treasures. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Upanishad next. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Oops. Wrong book. Never mind. Okay, Chandogya Upanishad, Book 5, Chapter 12. Mic check. Here we go. Namaste. Alpamanyavakam Divamatama Namupasasa Divamatama Namupasasa Iti Divamevam Pagavo Rajananiti Hovanchaisha Vai Sutejang Atma Vaishavanaro Yam Divamatama Namupasasa Tasamat Tava Sutam Parasutama Sutam Kule Durushyate Atasyananam Pashyasi Puriyam Atatyananam Pashyati Puriyam Pavatyasya Brahma Parchasam Kule Ya Etamevamatma Etamevamatmanam Vaishivanaramupasate Mutan Tuvesho Atmana Iti Hovancham Multan Te Vyapatishya Dhyanamam Vyapatishya Dhyanamam Nagamishya Iti Namaste Iti Deva Dashaha Kanandaha. Alpamanyava. Whom do you reverence as the Atman soul? The heaven indeed, sir, O king, said he. The universal Atman is, verily, that brightly shining one, which you reverence as the Atman. Therefore, Soma is seen pressed out and continually pressed out in your family. You eat food, you see what is pleasing. He eats food, he sees what is pleasing. There is eminence in sacred knowledge in the family of him who reverences the universal Atman thus. That, however, is only the head of the Atman, said he. Your head would have fallen off if you had not come unto me. Okay, Shrimad Bhagavatam next. I'll take a shorter break. Sorry about that. Okay, it's a little longer today. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Book 4, Chapter 13. Namaste. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Trayodashotyaya Sutam Upanishad Dishamya Kaushara Vinopabil Palnuitam Kaushara Vinopabalnuitam Turuvasya Vaikuntapada Tirohanam Praru Tapavo Bhagavatya Tokushoje Parashtuam Punasetam Viduraha Prachakrame Vidurang Vancham Ke Te Prachataso Nama Kasya Patyani Suvrata Kasya Unva Kasya Unvavaye Prakyatah Kutura Pa Satrama Sata Manye 마하바가바탐 나라담 데바달샤나무 예나 프로크타흐 그리양 요가흐 파리짜리양 비틸하레흐 스바탈마시라이흐 부루셜 파가바는 야지냐 부루쇼흐 이지야마노 파크티마땅 나라데네리타흐 길람 양스땅 데발슈이노 따뜨랑 발누이땅 파가바트카탕흐 마히암 슈슈루셔베 브라흐마는 깔뜨스니에나 짜실토마하시 깔뜨스니에나 짜실토마하시 마이트레양 우반짱 투루바시양 조트칼라흐 보트라흐 피타 투루바시양 조트칼라흐 보트라흐 피타리 브라스티테 바나무 사이바 파오마시리암 나이트 차다티라자 사남 피투흐 사 짜는마노파샤는 땅아트마 니허상은가흐 사마달샤나흐 다달샹 로케 비타타마트마남 로카마트마니 아트마남 브라흐마 닐바남 브라티아스타미타 비그라하무 아바보타라사이카트미야마 아바보타라사이카트미야마 나는 다마노 사는 따따무 one more 아바보타라사이카트미야마 나는 다마노 사는 따따무 아비아바치치는 나요가 그니다그타 깔마말라샤야흐 아비아바치치는 나요가 그니다그타 깔마말라샤야흐 one more 아비아바치치는 나요가 그니다그타 깔마말라샤야흐 스바루파마바루는 타노 스바루파마바루는 타노 나트마노니암 따다이쿠쇼탄 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르티라따는 마티흐 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르따라따는 마티흐 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르띠라따는 마티흐 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 좌도는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르띠라는 마티흐. Sorry, got distracted. I'm gonna take my medicine. Taking a break. Shloka 10. Okay, here we go. 좌다는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르띠라따는 마티흐 좌다는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르띠라따는 마티흐 좌다는 타바티로는 마뜨따 무가 그르띠라따는 마티흐 Lakushvitaha Pati Balanam Prashanantal Chira Chirivanalah Prashanantal Chirivanalah Matavantam Jadamunum Matatam Kulaboradatam Samanantarinaha Patasaram Bhupatim Chakururiyaviyam Chakururiyaviyam Sam Prameha Suttam Survival Bhatta Sarasya Shudva Paryan Sutta Shodatamajan Poshipanam Digamaketum Cha Ishamuljam Vasum Jayam Poshipanasya Prapha Paryan Tushwa Cha Deve Papu Vatuha Pratal Matyanandinam Sayamiti Hyasana Prapha Sutah Pradoshwa Nishito Pirshutva Iti Toshwa Sutang Sutrayah Pirshutva Sutam Pushapakari Nuyam Salvateja Samadate San Chakushuha Sutama Kutiam Pataniam Manumavapaha Manurasuta Mahishwi Virajan Nadabalan Sutan Purum Kutusam Tritam Dyumunam Satyavanandamaratam Pratam Aganeshitomamati Rantaram Pradyumunam Shibimurul Mukam Urulmukojana Yat Putran Urulmukojana Yat Putran Poshikari Nuyam Shodutataman Angangam Sumanasam Kyatim Kratumangangirasam Kayam Sunitangangasyan Yang Patani Sushuvem Venamurulbanam Yadadiao Hashi Liatasam Rajal Shul Nilbinno Niragat Purat I want to check this actually. Yadadao 18 Yadada. Yep, okay, cool. Yamanganga Shapuha Kupitan Bhagavajran Munayaha Kilang Katan Sosatasian Puyasate Maman Tuldakushuinam Karam Arajake Tadan Loke Tasiupiha Biduitan Prajan Jato Narayanom Shena Purturadiah Kushwiti Shivarah Bidurang Uvancham Dasyan Shilaniteha Satulbrahamanuyasya Mahatmanah Rajinyah Gatama Pudadurashitva Dushitva Gatama Pudadushitva Prajan Yadavimanang Yayao Kim Bam Ho Vena Udadishyang Brahmadananda Mayu Yujana Dananda Vrata Tare Rajini Munayo Taimakovidang Nabatiyah Prajapalah Prajapirakhavanati Praja Pirakavanapi Yadasao Lokapalanam Bipaltiojahe Sivatejasam Etadang Kyahi Me Brahmana Sunitatamajam Teshutvitam Sunitatamajam Sunitatamajatesche Sunitatamajatche Sunitatamajateshutvitam Shiradudatanaya Pakataya Tevam Paravaravitamaha Maitreyan Uvancham Angangoshivametam Rajashri Rajahara Mahakratum Na Jagumul Devata Satasmin Nahuta Brahmava Dipiha Damujul Visimita Satatra Yajamana Matalde Vijaha Yajamana Matalde Vijaha Habim Shri Huyamanani Nate Guruhananti Devataha Rajana Habim Shri Dushutwani Shiradataya Saditani Te Chanandam Siyaya Tayamani Yojitani Trutabarataiha Na Vidameha Devanam Helanam Vayamanam Vapi Yanana Guruhananti Pagana Simana Yet Devaha Kaimasa Kushwinaha Maitreya Uvajam Angango Dvijavachaha Shrudavan Yajamanaha Sudulmanaha Tata Parashurtam Vyasarajadavacham Sadasyam Satadanujanyayam Na Gaja Chanantiya Hutang sorry Na Gaja Chanantiya Hutang 1 second. That's Shloka 30. Okay, here we go. Starting Shloka 30. Na Gacha Chanantiya Hutang Devan Na Guruhananti Graha Niha Sada Sasapatayo Buruta Kimavadiyam Maya Gurutama Sada Sasapataya Ujuha Naradebehan Pavato Na Kam Davanamanaga Satitama Davanamanaga Satitama Asatyakam Prakatanamakham Yadi Head Drukutuvan Yadi Head Drukutuvan Ma Prajaha Yadi Head Drukutuvan Ma Prajaha Yadi Head Drukutuvan Ma Prajaha. Okay. Tatha Sathaya Padram Te Atmanam Suprajam Nirupa Ishitasate Putrakamasya Putram Dasyati Yajinya Puk Tatha Sivapagateyani Grahishwananti Devaukasaha Yadiyajinya Purushoha Sa kusha tapatiyaya haril purotah. Tam satana kamana haril dadiyan yan kamayate janah. Aratito yatai vaisha tatai pumsam palodayah. Iti vyavasitan viprasatasya rajinyah prajataya. Purodvasham niravapana shipi vishudvaya vishnava. Tasamat purusha udatasatau hemamalyamalamambaraha. Hiranamayana patarana siddhatamadaya payasama. Sa vipuranumano. Sorry. Sa vipuраnumato rajan grahitavanjali naudasanama. Grahitavanjali naudasan. Grahitavanjali naudanama. Sa vipuраnumato rajan grahitavanjali naudanama. Grahitavanjali naudanama. Avakraya mudang yukatah pradat pataniya udaratiha. Sa tatupum savanam rajini prasya vai. Starting from beginning. 38. Sa tatupum savanam rajini prasya vai patiuradate. Kalpam kala upavurutute kumaram sushubhe prajang. Sa bala eva purusho mata mahamanuvratah. Mata mahamanuvratah. Ataima shodupavam murutium dena pavada taimikah. Dena pavada taimikah. Sa sharasana mudiyamiya muruga yulbayo gojarah bana. Muruga yulbana gojarah. Muruga yulbana. Sa sharasana mudiyamiya muruga yulbano gojarah. Muruga yulbana gojarah. 하는 띠야사 둘무르가는 디나는 베노사비띠야라우즈자나흐. 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 그리두에 그리덧도 방알라는 바야시야 나티다루너흐. Prasahiya niranukuroshahu Mashumara mamarayat. Tam Pichakushuya kalam putram Shasanai vivitai nirupahu. Yadang na shasitum Karipo Purushamasi kudulmana sudulmana. Prashamasi sudulmanah. Prayana pyalchito devo yeprajang gruhametinah. Gadapatya pratam tuhakam ye na vinandananti. Dulparam yatah papiyasi kiltira talmashijan mahan nirunuam. Yato 비로타흐 살베슈엄 야따 아티라나는 닦아흐. 아티라나는 닦아흐. 가스땀 프라자 바데샴 바이 모하바는 타나마트마나흐. 바는도이또 바후 마니에땀 야달탕흐 글라샤당 그르하흐. Gadapatiyam varam aniya sadapatya chucham padangat. Nirvidyata Gurahana Maltio Yat Kleshani Vaha Guraha Evam Sa Nirvinamana Nirapo Gurahana Nishita Utataya Mahodayodayat Alabutanidro Nupalik Lakushwito Alabutanidro Nupalakushwito Nirupilhitavan Gato Venasuvam Parasupatam. How long is that? Oh, 2 more. That's it. Wow. Vijinyaya Nividya Gatam Patim Prajaha Purohitamatya Suhurud Gano Dayaha Purohitamatya Suhurud Gano Dayaha Vichikirulvya Mati Shokaka Taram Yata Nigutam Purusham Kuyoginaha Nigutam Purusham Kuyoginaha Alakushayanantaha Padavim Prajapateha Hatodiyamaha Pratyupasaratyate Purima Prashwina Sametama Pivanandia Sashravo Nyavedayana Pauravan Paltara Viplavam. Yay. Namaste. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramahamsiyam Samhitayam Chatultasakanante Tarayodashotyayah. Taking a short break, then translation, and then Kalki Purana. Okay, here we go. Discourse 13. Sutta continued. Vidura's devotion to the Lord was intensified when he heard of Dhruva's ascent to the abode of Lord Vishnu as told by the sage Maitreya, and he proceeded to ask the sage further questions. Vidura said, "Who were these Prachetas, and whose offspring were they, O Maitreya of sacred vow? In whose line were they known, and where did they have their sacrificial session? I account Narada as a great devotee of the Lord, and as one who has directly perceived the Lord. It is he who taught the yoga of active devotion in the form of a procedure of worshipping Sri Hari. It is at that, full of devotion, Narada extolled the Lord, who is the deity presiding over sacrifices while he was being worshipped by the Prachetas, addicted to their own religious duty. Be pleased, O holy sage, to reproduce in full the stories of the Lord, which were narrated on that occasion by the celestial sage, keen as I am to hear them. Maitreya said, when his father retired to the woods, Udgala, Dhruva's son, felt no inclination to accept the imperial fortune and the imperial throne of his father. Co-generally possessed of a tranquil mind, free from attachment and viewing everything with an equal eye, he saw his own self projected throughout the universe, and the universe as existing in his own self. The impurities lurking in his mind in the form of actions, having been burnt by the fire of uninterrupted of yoga, he looked upon his soul as no other than the tranquil Brahma, wherein all differences are set at rest forever, and which is one's real self, and hence identical with the joy of consciousness, all blissful and extending everywhere, and no longer perceived anything apart from his own self. Possessing the exterior of a stupid, blind, deaf, dumb, or madman, but unlike any of these in mind, he was seen on the road by the ignorant like a fire that has ceased to emit flames. Thinking him to be dull and insane, the elders of the house, as well as the ministers, made Vatusara, his younger brother and son of Prami, the ruler of the globe. Swalbiti, the beloved spouse of Vatusara, brought forth 6 sons, Pushipalna, Tikamaketu, Yusha, Ulja, Vasu, and Jaya. Pushipalna had 2 wives, Prabha and Dosha. Prabha, daylight, and Dosha, night. Prabha, daylight, and Dosha, night. Pratah, morning, Madhyanandina, midday, and Sayam, evening, were the sons born of Prabha. Pradosha, nightfall, Nishita, midnight, and Vyushirta, dawn, were the 3 sons of Dosha. Vyushirta begat through Pushikarinui a son, Salvatejan. The latter got through his wife, Akuti, a son, Jakushu, who was appointed as Manu. The Manu's consort, Naduvala, bore faultless sons named Buru, Kutusa, Trita, Dyumana, Satyavan, Prata, Aganeshadwama, Atiratira, Padyumana, Shibi, and Urulmukha. Urulmukha begat through his wife Pushikarinui 6 excellent sons, Aganga, Sumana, Khyati, Kratu, Agangira, and Gaya. Sunita, who was Aganga's wife, gave birth to the evil-minded Vena, fed up with whose wickedness that royal sage left his capital. Angered by him, the sages, whose words were like a thunderbolt, pronounced a curse against him, O dear Vidura. And when they died, they then turned their right hand. For the world having been left without a ruler then, the people were harassed by robbers. There appeared the very first ruler of the earth, Prithu, who embodied a ray of Lord Narayana. Vidura said, how did that pious and high-souled monarch, who was a very storehouse of virtue and devoted to the Brahmanas, get a wicked son, on account of which he had to depart, full of grief. And for what offense did the sages, who knew what was right, employ a curse against that and for what offense did the sages, who knew what was right, employ a curse against the sovereign, who had taken a vow of punishing? A ruler of the people, even though guilty, should not be treated with disrespect by the people, inasmuch as he wields by his own glory the might of Inindra and others. Narrate to me, your trustful devotee, all the doings of Veda, O holy Brahmana, you who are the foremost of those possessing the knowledge of the past as well as of the future. Maitreya said, the royal sage Anganga performed a great horse sacrifice in which the gods did not appear, even when invoked by the sages. Amazed at this, the priests officiating at the sacrifice now said to the sacrificer, the gods accept not your oblations poured. Your offerings, O king, are pure and have been procured with reverence. The Vedic texts, too, are in no way lacking in force, since they are uttered by men who are steadfast of vow. Nor do we know of the least disrespect shown to the gods in this sacrificial performance, due to which the gods, who perceive the doings of all, should not accept their shares. Maitreya continued, having the words of the Brahmanas, the sacrificer, Anganga, felt very sad at heart. I think they misspelled it. Hearing the words of the Brahmanas, the sacrificer, Anganga, felt very sad at heart. With their permission, he broke his silence in order to ask the superintending priests the reason of it. The gods refused to come, even though invoked, nor do they accept the cups of soma juice in this sacrifice. Tell me, O leaders of the assembly, what offense I have committed. The leaders of the assembly said, not the least sin stands committed by you in this life, O Lord of men. Yet there is one sin perpetrated in a previous existence, on account of which you are issueless here, though possessed of such virtues. With that end in view, endeavor to get a worthy son, O king, and God will bless you. Worshipped with the desire of obtaining a son, the Lord will vouchsafe a son to you. In that case, the denizens of heaven will accept their shares when Shri Hari, the deity presiding over sacrifices, himself is invoked for the sake of a son. Shri Hari bestows whatever boons the devotee seeks. People are rewarded precisely according as the Lord is worshipped. Thus resolved, the Brahmanas offered Purodasha, rice dish, to Lord Vishnu, who resides even in the sacrificial animal as the spirit of sacrifice, in order to secure an offspring to the emperor. From the sacrificial fire there rose a being, adorned with a gold necklace, and clad in spotless white, and bearing in a cup of gold rice, ready boiled in milk and with sugar. With the permission of the Brahmanas, the noble-minded king received the boiled rice in the hollow of his palms, and smelling it, joyfully handed it over to his wife. The issueless queen ate that food, which possessed the efficacy of producing a male child, conceived through union with her husband, when the time came, brought forth a son. While yet a child, the boy was ardently attached to his mother. While yet a child, the boy was ardently attached to his mother's father, Murutyu. the god of death, who has sprung from a portion of Ataima, unrighteousness. So he turned out to be impious. Taking up his bow and playing the role of a hunter dwelling in the woods, the wicked fellow would kill. Taking up his bow and playing the role of a hunter dwelling in the woods, the wicked fellow would kill poor deer, and people would cry out, "Here is Vena." Nay, that most cruel and hard-hearted boy would violently strangle, as so many beasts, children of his own age sporting in the playground. Finding his son wicked, the emperor tried to correct him by various punishments. But when he was unable to tame him, he felt sore depressed in spirits. Householders who are issueless have surely propitiated the deity, inasmuch as they are saved the agony caused by an undesirable son, which is indeed hard to bear. What wise man will make much of that which, though bearing the name of a son, binds one's soul with the fetter of infatuation, is a source of infamy to the parents, and involves them in great sin, nay, which arouses a feeling of antagonism in all, causes infinite worry, and makes the home of... I want to read that again. What wise man will make much of that which, though bearing the name of a son, binds one's soul with the fetter of infatuation, is a source of infamy to the parents, and involves them in great sin, nay, which arouses a feeling of antagonism in all, causes infinite worry, and makes the home a hotbed of affliction. And account a bad son as preferable to a worthy son, who is a source of sorrows. And I want to read that again. They have so many parentheses, and it's really confusing. They're trying to explain it, and I'm like, I have no Sanskrit, so it doesn't help me. It's a hindrance to me. I account a bad son as preferable to a worthy son, who is a source of sorrows. For the former turns a home into a hell, so that a man gets disgusted with it. Pondering thus and disgusted at heart with his home, which was full of great prosperity, the emperor, who could not get a wink of sleep, got up at dead of night, and unobserved by men departed, leaving the queen fast asleep. The people, as well as the high priest, ministers, and relations of the king and others, were overwhelmed with excessive grief when they came to know that their lord had departed in disgust, and searched for him all over the globe, even as yogis, not knowing the secret of yoga, look within the heart. I gotta read that again. This parenthesis is... it's an impediment. The people, as well as the high priest, ministers, and relations of the kings and ministers and relations of the king and others were overwhelmed with excessive grief when they came to know that their lord had departed in disgust, and searched for him all over the globe, even as yogis, not knowing the secret of yoga, look outside for the supreme person concealed within the heart. And this must not be in Sanskrit, but they've written it anyway. Finding no trace of the emperor and balked in their attempt, they returned to the city, and bowing to the sages assembled, told them with tears in their eyes, O Vidura, about the disappearance of their master. Finding no trace of the emperor and balked in their attempt, they returned to the city, and bowing to the sages assembled, told them with tears in their eyes, O Vidura, about the disappearance of their master. Thus ends the 13th discourse in Book 4 of the great and glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramsa Samhitam. You know what? Once I'm like conscious of Sanskrit, I'm gonna stop speaking English altogether. It's not a logical language. It's not a natural language. Sanskrit is a natural language. I could read Sanskrit for like 10 hours and I have no problem with it. I can't even read English for more than 30 minutes. Okay. Gotta keep it on the next. Thank you. Yeah, one day I'm gonna just stop reading translations. I don't know when. Maybe next year, but I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna read Sanskrit. It's better. Thank you. Gotta keep it on the next. Thank you. Yeah, the only reason sometimes I don't want to do this, Sanskrit recitation is because of reading the translation. I don't want to friggin' read the translation. One day when I'm conscious of the meanings of all the Sanskrit words, because it'll just pop out to me. It's not gonna be something that I'm gonna learn consciously. It'll just pop out to me, and I'll go, "Oh, yes, I remember Sanskrit," that kind of thing. And then I'll stop reading English. Period. At that point. Okay, here we go. Kalki Purana, chapter 5 of book 3. It's very short. Yeah. I'm gonna finish around 1 hour and 30-minute mark. There you go. People can nowadays humans cannot pay attention for more than like 3 minutes. That's a lot. Me neither. Except Sanskrit. I could do Sanskrit for 10 hours. That's about it. No other languages like other. Namaste. All the language no more than half an hour, please. Sanskrit 10 hours. All the languages half an hour or less. Namaste. Shukam Uvachan Atha Kalkiha Samalokya Sadasam Patipiha Saha Samutthaya Pavananda Tam Madhyal Kya Chamanadipiha Varadatam Sambeshyatam Pikushum Sarvashramana Masakuratam Sarvashramana Masakuratam Papracha Ko Pavanatra Mama Pagya Dihagatah Parayasho Manavan Loke Lokanam Baranuacha Chayam Jarinandam Sarvasuhurodah Purno Vigata Kalmasho Masukari Uvancham Aham Gurata Yugam Shri Sham Davadeshakaram Param Davabil Pa Davabil Pavami Kushanol Tamiha Gatam Nirupa Til Pavan Kalah Sopatit Mamupagatah Sopatit Mamupagatah Kushanadaనంద Lavadiyangail Mariayam Rachitam Tvayam Pakusha Horatrama. Okay, I have to read. I was being sloppy. My brain's telling me go back, go back, go back. I can't ignore it when it's just going go back, go back. Masukari Yuvacham Aham Gurutta Yugam Shri Sha Tava Deshakaram Param Tavavil Pava Vipavami Kushonol Tamiha Gatam Liropatit Pavana Kalah Sopatit Vamupagatah Kushanadaనంద Lavadiai Kushanadaనంద Lavadiang Diaingai. Okay. Kushanadaనంద Lavadiangai Kushanadaనంద Lavadiangai Mayayam Rachitam Tvayam Pakusho Horatrama Saltu Sambat Sara Yugadayah Ma Saltu Pakusho Horatrama Saltu Sambat Sara Yugadayah Pakusho Horatrama Matul Pakusho Horatrama Saltu Sambat Sara Pakusho Horatrama Saltu Pakusho Horatrama Saltu. I'm taking a little break. It's a short chapter, but it's got lots of long words. Okay, here we go. Pakusho Horatrama Saltu Sambat Sara Yugadayah Tavekushoyang Charanantiate Manabashichan Chatuldasham Sivayamum Puvasutu Prathamasatah Sivarochishwo Manuha Duratiyan Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha. One second. Okay. Duratiyan Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Udatamasama Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Duratiyan Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha. That's the hard part. Duratiyan Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Duratiyan Udatamastasama Udatamastasama Chatultasatamasaha Samurataha Panchamo Raivataha Shashirtashaja Kushushaha Shashirtashaja Kushushaha Parikiltitaha Vaivasavataha Sabatamo Vaitataha Savalnui Rashirtamaha Navamo Takushas Havalnui Bra Navamo Takushas Takusha Sabal Nui Takusha Sabal Nui Brahma Sabal Nui Sasatataha Nui Kasatataha Navamo Takusha Sabal Nui Takusha Sabal Nui Brahma Sabal Nui Kasatataha Nui Takusha Sabal Nui Brahma Sabal Nui Kasatataha Dashamo Talma Sabal Nui Rabba Talma Sabal Nui What's going on? Okay, starting on Shloka 9. Navamo Takusha Sabal Nui Brahma Sabal Nui Kata Kasatata Takusha Sabal Nui Brahma Sabal Nui Kasatata Dashamo Talma Sabal Nui Reka Dashaha Sa Uchiatem Talma Sabal Nui Reka Dashaha Sa Uchiatem. Okay. Rudra Sabal Nui Kasatatram Manulbai Deva Dashaha Samurataha Torayo Dasha Manul Veda Sabal Nui Lokap Vishurutaha Torayo Dasha Muna Manul Torayo Dasha Manul Veda Sabal Nui Lokap Vishurutaha Torayo Dasha Manul Veda Sabal Nui Lokap Vishurutaha Chaturdashanan Dra Sabal Nui Let Chaturdashanan Dra Sabal Nui Letem Chaturdashanan Dra Sabal Nui Lete Tava Viputayaha Yananti Prakashanante Namarupa Dipedataha Deva Dasha Badasa Sereno Devanancha Chaturiyugama Chatavari Trinui Duve Jaikam Sasaraganuitam Matamo Davacha Chatani Chatavari Trinui Duve Jaikamevahi Sanantyam Grameno Deshwanantu Sanantyam Shopi Tatavitaha Ekasabutatikam Tatra Yugam Pungangkate Manulpuvi Manunamapi Salvesho Mevam Parinotil Pavet Divan Prajapatesatatu Nishan San Prakil Titan Ahorantaranjam actually did it right. Ahorantaranjam Pakushasatecha Masa Sambatu Saradavaha Masa Sambatu Saradavaha Sadupati Kurataha Kalo Brahmano Janamamurati Ukurata Shata Sambatu Sare Brahma Layam Prabunoti Hitavai La Yanante Devanana Pimatya Dudatitaha Surajati Prabhuha Tatra Kurota Yuganante Ham Kalam Sadathamapa Lakama Kurota Kurotiang Prajang Yatra Tananamana Mam Kurotam Pipo Iti Tadavachang Ashurutiya Karekil Nijada Jana Purata Karekil Nijajana Purataha Prahasha Matulam Labatava Shurtava Tadavachana Muratama Avahitatam Upala Avahitatam Upala Kushuyo Yugasyaha Janana Hitana Yodutukamaha Kaleha Puriam Horashutwa Vishasane Prapuha Ragaratanu Duragan. It's last shloka. It's hard. Oh no. I don't know if you can see it. Shloka. Okay. Final shloka. Shloka 20. Kajarathaturaga. Kajarathaturagan naram shijam. Kajaratatuga. Kajarathaturagan naram shijam. Yutana. Kanaka vichitra viphushana chitangangana. Trita vividhavarat sutra shastra puran. Okay. Trita vivithavara sutra shastra pugana. Yuti dipunwana. Ganayatvamana yatvama. Namaste. Iti Shri Kalki Purano Bhagavate Pavishwe Durati Yam Shekurata Yuga Gamanam Nama Panchamotya Yahu. Okay. A little break and then the translation. I swear one day I'm gonna stop the translation and it's just gonna be Sanskrit. It's better for me, that's why. Okay, here we go. Shuka said, Kalki, on seeing the mendicant, stood up and, along with his assembly chiefs, venerated him by offering Padya, Alkya, Achamana, etc. Kalki, after seeing that all ascetic, respected by all the 4 ashramas, asked, Who are you come here by my good fortune? People who are friends of all, fully satisfied and free from all sins, roam the earth with the sole desire of elevating people. The ascetics replied, is it one or more? Okay, the ascetic replied, O spouse of Lakshmi, I am Garota Yuga. I am your most obedient servant and have come here on your having taken incarnation in the form of Kalki to have a glimpse of your incarnation and affluence. You are without designation and beyond time limit, but you, because of your Maya, appear to be bound by the divisions of time, that is, Kushono, Danundo, Lava, etc. Time units. Day and night, lunar phases, months, seasons, years, era, etc. And 14 manus roam in their cycle under your control. Svayamampuva was the first manu, Svarochishu the second manu, Uddama was the third manu, then came the fourth manu, Tamasa. Raivata was the fifth manu, Jagushushu is said to be the sixth manu, seventh was Vaivasavata, while eighth was Savalnui. Dakusha Shavalnui was the ninth manu. Then came the 10th Brahma Savalnuika. 11th was known as Talmasavaranuika. Rudra Savalnuika was known as the 12th manu, and 13th was famous as Veda Savalnui in the world. 14th manu was Indra Savalnui. In fact, all these manus are shadows of your own opulence, but are known by different names and forms, and come, go, and appear because of your Maya. 12,000 years of the gods form 4 eras. As per calculations, Satya Yuga has 4,000 years, Treta 3,000 years, Dvapara 2,000 years, and Kali 1,000 years. The transitional period for the 4 eras in the beginning and the end are also in the same manner for 400, 300, 200, and 100 years respectively. One Manu enjoys 471 eras on the earth. In this manner, all the 14 Manus spend their time. The total period of 14 Manus is equal to 1 day of Prajapati, and the same period equals 1 night. Time with the designations of day, night, lunar phases, month, year, and seasons is the cause of Brahma's cycle of birth and death. Brahma merges with you in the 100th year and is reborn from your navel at the end of the deluge and recreates the universe. I am Satya Yuga, wherein religion is observed systematically and public, also is active in appropriate deeds only. For this reason, everybody knows me by the name Kurata. Kalki, surrounded by his own people, was extremely delighted on hearing these nectar-like words. Seeing the indication of the arrival of Satya Yuga, Kalki, eager to fight Kali in the city of Vishasana, addressed his followers, the benefactors of the people. Count the elephants, chariots, horses, men, and warriors, with bodies decorated with beautiful gold ornaments, bearing various types of excellent weapons and missiles, incapable in warfare, and gather them there. Thus ends the 5th chapter of part 3 of Sri Kalki Purana, relating to future happenings of the Lord, entitled Kurta Yuga Gamanam. The arrival of Kurta Yuga. Kurta Yuga is the peace era. The arrival of the peace era. I want to see how they translated it, if they translated it at all. Because they make stuff out. Sometimes. Yeah, up the appearance of Satya Yuga. Description of the different Manus. That's not in the title. Okay, thank you. Namaste. I might read the Book of Mormon. I don't know. I might do that next. So yeah, maybe reading the Book of Mormon and Chaitanya Charitamrita next. If not, then it's ASMR. I'll do one more thing at least before the my day is finished. Thank you very much. Namaste. Have a good day.